Well, 1950 Charlotte, just like the rest of America, was still recovering from World War II. We saw a lot of people move here after the war, and really the name of the game at that time was higher education. The decision to create a new library in 1956 really starts in the early 1950s. The Carnegie Building was looking a little rough around the edges by that point, and that 1903 building was filled to the brim with materials. So the library worked with the county to pass a bond package, and they designed a new modern building that was really designed to look like an academic building. It was designed to be, as the library director in that time said, a university of the people. The library system was fairly early to integrate for a southern state. With the opening of the 1956 building, we saw integration in the system. So that building was available to both white and black residents. The Brevard Street Library continued to exist until 1961, when it was raised during the urban renewal that happened in the 1960s. So today, that site houses the Charlotte Convention Center. With the opening of the 1956 building, the library saw a lot of new technology and new collection directions come into play. One of the biggest changes that we saw with the opening of the new building was the expanded business reference section. Charlotte was becoming known as a place to do business, and we wanted to encourage people to start their businesses. And one thing that had been created just before was the film and sound division. And that really put Charlotte Mecklenburg Library at the forefront of these new mediums. In addition, we became a federal documents repository in 1962, where we house federal policies and other statistics that the government puts out in perpetuity. One really new important piece that came with the opening of the 1956 building was the Carolina Room. At the time, it was designed to collect history and culture related to North Carolina, local history, that sort of thing. Today, it is the Archives and Special Collections Division and is now the Robinson Spangler Carolina Room. The 1956 building continued to serve the residents of Mecklenburg County for a number of decades, but in the early 1980s, it was clear that the population had outgrown that library. And so the need was clearly there for a renovation, and not just an expansion of the main library, but the creation of additional branches around the county. Well, definitely during the late 1980s and early 1990s, we saw the rise of the internet. Charlotte Mecklenburg Library was an early adopter of internet usage and digital literacy programs. In fact, that really got us a lot of notice around the country. We launched the Virtual Village, which was designed to improve digital literacy, help people with disabilities gain access to this newfangled internet. The new main library is going to provide more programs, additional services, and we're really excited for what the new main library is going to bring to this region.